Okay, good. Over there, Terrell. Think, do your hand, the soap. Yeah. Good. Can you pull your hair up a little? That's it. Good. Oh, Rose couldn't make it? Oh, okay, sure. Good. How are you? Few more, about 7 people today. Can you pull your hair up a little? Yep. Okay, good. Hi. How are you? How are you? Oh, 98.1. Anywhere over there you can have a seat, relax. Okay. Somebody, let me guess. I'll get it started, all right? Okay, we'll line up and bow in. We'll get it started. Testing 1, 2. Is that on? Testing 1, 2. Testing. Testing. Can you hear it? Okay. All right, ready? We're over here. Bow 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, salute. Okay, good. Okay, first exercise. Ready? Hands up. Turning. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, hands up a little. Make sure this is a nice round hoop. Okay, hands over the side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, hands up. Reach down, stretch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I can take your temperature. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, exhale. Lift up, reach down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. You're low. 96. 1. Lift up. 1, 2, 3. To your right. 2, 3. To your left. 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, one more time. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Hands in your waist. Rotating. Is it all set? 1. It's working. Is that working?
Testing. Can you hear me? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Cross your hands. Bend your knees. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Okay, neck exercises. Turn to your right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Tilton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Rotations. 1, 2, and 3. Switch. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Okay, open up your stance. Heels out, toes, heels, and toes. Okay, turn to your right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Okay, cross your fingers, turn to your right, stretch a little bit. One, 2, 3, switch. Okay, switch. Try to hold your balance so you don't fall down. Okay, switch one more time. Okay, this time you're going to turn your foot down like this. Okay, switch. Put your foot like down. Okay, switch one more time. Okay, switch. When you stretch down. Okay, switch. Other side. Okay, switch one more time. To your right. Okay, to your left again. Okay, middle. So just open up a little bit. Turn to your right. Okay, ready? Okay, to your left. Okay, middle again. Okay, bend one knee to the side. So try to open up your knee. Okay, switch. Try to put your heel down if you can. Okay, switch. Both toes down. Switch. Okay, you're gonna stretch one leg at a time. If you can, go down. Good. Woody, try to open up your, there you go. And then if you're flexible, just put your head down. Just go as far as you can. Don't push it. Don't worry if you're not. Okay, stay there. Open up your knee. Nope, stay like, yeah. Now straighten this leg. Yep, this other leg should be open. Good. Okay, turn. Turn your knee down. Come on. So this way. There you go. Okay, switch. Come on, Calvin. Woody, put your head down if you can. Just go as far as you can. Okay, switch, turn your foot. Come on. Yeah. Good. So your knee should be facing the opposite direction. Good. Okay, middle. Okay, shake it out. Knee raises. Okay, ready? Palms up. Okay, everyone. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Okay, palms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Okay, to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Shake it out. Deep breathing. Inhale. 1. So bring your palms up slowly. So don't let go of your hands. Slowly. 2. Try to control your palms. And 3. Okay, palms in your waist. Okay, punching to your center. So actually your punch will go all the way out. Okay, switch. To the side. Okay, switch. Left side. So you gotta look where you punch. Your other hand should be in the waist. Okay, ready? Palms up. Okay, begin. So Calvin, come on, let's go. Punch. Good. Okay, next, palm in your waist to the edge of the fist. Begin. Okay, switch. Okay, next, palms in front, circles. You okay, Woody? Okay, next, back fist. Okay, switch. Okay, next, palms down, horse stance, feet 3 inches apart. Okay, palms in your waist, bend your knees slightly, kick your heels out, toes, heels, toes. Okay, now if you're standing, bend your knees. Okay, punch it with your right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Close. 1, 2, 3. Low block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Close. Extend your arm. 1, 2, 3. Okay, middle block. Both palms should be on your waist. Come on, Calvin. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Extend your arm. Other hand on the waist. 1, 2, 3. Low block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Close. 1, 2, 3. Okay, high block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Close. 1, 2, 3. Low block. Middle. High. 1, 2, 3. Keep your other hand up. Don't drop it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, and 3. See your hand, Calvin? Should be on the side. Okay, extend. 1, 2, and 3. Low block, punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Close. 1, 2, and 3. Middle block, punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Both palms extend. Close. 1, 2, 3. High block. Punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Close. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, ready? Palms together. Open up. Bend your 3 fingers, your thumb. Okay, press to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, eyebrow level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, in front. Try to bend your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, thrust. Turn. Flip. Close. Good. Close. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shake it out. Deep breathing. Okay, palms up. Inhale. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, kicks. Take your right foot. Bring it back. Should be in the leaning stance. Good. Both palms up. Okay, ready? 2 punches and a kick. Front, instep. Begin. 1, 2, 3. Try to bring your knee up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 1 and 2. Good. Switch. Kick with your left foot now. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Good. Okay. Next kick, you're going to kick with the heel. So as the heel, try to kick with the bottom of the heel. Begin. 12 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your hands up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Okay, switch. Kick with your left foot. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Okay, shake it out. Next kick. You're gonna kick straight up. Try not to bend the knee. Okay, palms up. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Switch. Palms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 and 2. Shake it out. Deep breathing. Slow. 1. Inhale up. 2. Try to control your arms as you go down. And 3. Next, roundhouse to the waist. Palms up. Okay, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch. Oh, we did less. Okay, I cut it to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Same kick. Similar. 45 degrees at an angle to the head. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did one more. Switch. Okay, left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, shake it out. Deep breathing. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, get a quick drink if you bought a bottle. Then come back and line up. So if you're watching, some of the viewers, we only have one camera working, but it's going to be fixed by tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow you'll get to see the front view. Are you okay? Water? Good. Okay. So we're gonna be doing the 5 stances first. The 5 stances. Okay.
Do you continue studying? Are you going to continue studying here?
Yeah,
In August or in September?
September, yeah.
Is it online or on site?
No, online, yeah. Okay, ready? Let's line up. Let's continue. Okay, so do you want to step over here, back to your spots? Okay, yes, okay. All right, so I'm going to face the mirror. Stances from the beginning. We'll wait for Woody. Woody, are you comfortable there or do you want to go over here? Okay, good. Okay, ready? Palms on the side. Palms up. Begin. 1, 2, 3. Press. 1, 2, 3. Open. 1, 2, 3. Up, down, thrust, press, salute, close. Okay, set up your hands. 1, open up, offset, block, slide step, turn, punch. Step up, remove, turn, punch. Cross step. Remember, try to bend your knees if you can. Calvin, go back. Perfect. Switch, turn. Point the elbow, back fist. Block, trapping, punch. Step back, horse stance. Try to bend your knees if you can. Open. Okay, 1. Okay, hop, chop, uppercut, close. Face that way. Okay, ready? Set up the hands. 1, 2, 3. Slide step, turn, punch. Step up, remove, turn and punch. Cross step. Okay, spin, back fist. Twist stance, block, punch. Step back, open, up, hop, chop, uppercut, close. Good. Set up your hands, open. 1, 2, step forward, remove, punch. Okay, cross step. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. I'm just fixing the mic. Keep going. Step back. Open. Chop. Uppercut. Close. Okay, again, set up. 1, 2, 3. Step up. Remove. Punch. Cross step. Spin. Elbow. Back fist. Block. Step up. Punch. Set up your hands. Open. Up. Hop. Chop. Uppercut. Close. Shake it out. Deep breathing. Inhale. 1. So when we do inhale, let's do it together. Ready? 1, 2, up. Hold it. Down slowly. 2. Again. Up. And slowly down. 3. Good. Okay, first roll. Okay, ready? Palms on the side. Okay. Come on, everyone on guard. Feet shoulder width. Or 3 inches apart. 1, 2, 3. Step. Suspended. Salute. Step back. 1. Turn. High block. Low block. Step around. Dragon. Step back. Block. Scoop. Uppercut. Remove. Turn. Punch. Squat down. Good. Uppercut. Leaning. Remove. Turn. Punch. Suspended. Good. Horse stance. Do you want to go back? Let's see, Woody. Good. Horse stance. Leaning. Drunken fist. Remove. High block. Turn punch. Squat down. Uppercut. Slide step punch. Squat down. Trapping hand. So look at sifu. Cross hands. Open palm. Remove. Turn punch. Step. Leaning. Okay, everyone, step right leg forward. Good. Remove, elbow, back fist, palm, high block. Outside crossing kick, jump, kick, press, trapping hand, back fist. Remove, punch. Step 1, 2, slide step, palm, scoop, press, kick, punch, dragon. Step back, block. Slide step, punch. 1, 2, and 3. Deep breathing. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we'll do it again, see if it says. We're gonna do it again, one more time. So now we're gonna do a little more continuous. Okay, ready? Begin. Try to follow. Close. Cross them. Remove, punch, squat down, uppercut. Remove, punch, suspended, middle, leaning, back to leaning, remove, punch, squat down, uppercut, remove, punch, squat down, trapping hand, suspended, cross, open palm, remove, turn, punch, step up, right leg forward, remove elbow, back fist, palm, high block, outside crossing kick, jump, press, trapping hand, back fist, remove, turn, punch, step 1, 2, slide step, palm, scoop, press, kick, punch, dragon, step back, slide step, punch, 1, 2, step back, and close. Okay. 2 and 3. Do you want to?
Yeah, I got mine on. So when you throw your punches, don't turn the hand over too soon. Don't punch like this. Leave the elbow down as long as you can so that the fist just rotates at the end. Okay, so let's try that a few times. Let's do it with the this punch. We're here. Okay, so this is going to go here first. Okay, so this is going to go to your middle, and then you're going to turn, just like in 5 stances. So there's no difference between this punch and this punch except for the step. Okay, so you want the reason is because when it turns at the end, it penetrates a little deeper. It has more of an action like that. So when you punch, you have that. You see it rotate at the end. So that should happen with every punch. It doesn't matter if it's this punch or this punch or this punch. They're all the same. Okay, so the consistency of the punch really comes from the execution between. What do you notice that's pretty common here? what's common is the twist, but something else twists as well. What else twists? The body, the waist, right? So this is driving this. This is driving this. This is driving this. Okay, so the difference is in the legs, slightly different, but the body form itself is the same. Now we tried the left punch like what Peter's doing. We ought to work that a little bit, right, everybody? Because we probably don't have a good left punch. So let's try that on the left side. See if we can do that, right? Block, sliding step, punch. Okay, so we have a leaning stance, block, punch. Okay, let's get in a horse leaning stance. Go to horse stance. So we're here. 1, 2. Okay, let's try that again. So this is like a horizontal elbow, right? So elbow horizontal, because the elbow's out. That's a vertical. Yeah. So, yes, yep. So you're here. 1. Now we're going to drive it from the waist, right? The turning of the waist. So this is going to twist first, and then time it so it goes out. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So get into your stance. Going cowboy. Sit down in your stance. So the thing is, we have to be consistent with the knee bent this way, and then it turns this way, and then it goes back. If we have this foot forward, does that, and does that. So your lower half works off that rotation. The upper half turns in the body, and what you do is your arms and your hands actually create the final position. So that goes toward your target. Sort of like when you draw a bow and you load up that arrow and you let it go, this fires. Right? So your hand is drawing back and then it fires. Boom. So that's sort of the metaphor to let you know that you're shooting toward a target. And where do you have to look if you're going to hit the target? You have to look at the target. You look at the center of that big disc if it's for arrows. But if you're looking at an opponent, it could be the head, it could be the chest, it could be the stomach. That's your target. But it's just for a reference. So when you don't have a target, what do you reference? Any guess? What do you reference, right? Someone knows. Brian, where would you reference? Your center line, that's one of the references. What else do you reference? Jasmine? What? You're imagining, yeah. Well, there's imaginary target there, but what would you reference to kind of turn toward that? Kim? How about your center is your center line? How about, and your feet, but what Peter was going was fixing his, or maybe he was just fixing his mask. He was taking your nose, right? So coincidentally, your nose is in the center of your face generally, unless it's over here. So there's your center, and where you turn, and you look, so you follow your nose, all right? You follow your nose, and then your heel, or your feet, the knee, is that other alignment, and then your hand. So you have 3 points of alignment. The nose, the hand, and the knee. Remember that? The nose, the hand, and the knee? So if I throw a punch, if I go like, see if this is correct. No, right? Because it's a zigzag. So if I did this, it's unsupported. Right? So you want it to be supported by this. So this, and this creates this, and that. Because this triangle is a shape, that's strength. This triangle is a shape. So we're dealing with a whole bunch of triangles, right? Woody? Right? Your nose, so when you throw a punch, boom. You just look at the line, you have a straight line between here and there. Then you should be good. Right? Now what about when you do this? You still have the alignment, but it's like here. So you still have the nose, the knee, and that. So those are those are referencing. And that alignment is actually what gives your position some strength. So if you understand that, when you practice, you know what you're targeting as far as where the body's going. So you have this imaginary target, boom. Now here's another tip. When you chun kill, right, you have this index finger that's also in that line. So when you take the sliding step and you punch toward this finger and you move it away before you hit it, that will tie your other side together. You see, if you go like this and then do this, it's broken. It's not really connected. So we get that. Let's try that. Chun kill position. Ready? So the faster you try to hit that finger and the faster you try to get it away. You try to catch finger, it's gone. Right? So the punch comes out pretty fast. But you have to control it. Don't throw the punch and then it starts to go like that. And this is kind of uncontrolled. Right? What do you want to stand over here? So you can see, you need the mirror. So you can see better. So yeah, stand here, right in the middle. Yeah, right here is good. All these discs are 6 feet apart, so if you stand on this side, and yeah, so if your hand goes like this when you throw a punch, that's a sloppy punch. It's kind of floppy, right? So you don't want to throw a punch and it looks like that. So you want to throw a punch so it's direct. Boom. It hits, and it's right on target. And the movement, it transmits the power from this movement to there, right? That's your goal. It's different from pushing. You know, when you push, there's no impact. When you strike, there's an impact. So it's a different kind of force. Pushing forces are when you do a push-up, there's no real impact. But when you strike, there's a force that's transferred from your body to the object. So to give you an idea, when you sit in a car and you have stuff on the chair, it could be just things that are loose, and you stop fast, what happens? All that stuff falls off the chair. If it's in the back of the seat, it moves forward. Why? Because it's moving at the same speed that you are in the vehicle. So we're turning our body. This is a loose thing. That's why it has to be loose. And if we turn and it accelerates and you stop, what happens? The power carries through, right? So if this is the object in the car and this is the vehicle, and I go, so I can keep it loose. And when it goes, then once it reaches its end, the force is transmitted. So that there is force there, because if you were sitting in front of that object and it came at you, when you stopped, there's going to be an impact. The only thing is not focused, like what we're doing. It's not focused, so there'll be something that moves towards you. But this is actually what happens when we throw a punch. The force of the movement goes right to the end, and then it's transmitted. The same with your kick. When you go, it just goes out, boom, and it's gone. So your force is really through speed and acceleration. How do we accelerate? Because when we move, we turn. The faster we turn, the faster we get power into the hand. So that's the theory. If you understand the theory, then that's what you practice. That's just a punch. When we go like this, we have a hand moving down. That has a bit of acceleration, because if you did it like this, it wouldn't work, right? When we chop, we palm strike. All of our striking movements are tied to that coordination. So everything that we do is the end goal is to get that result. All right. So what else? Let's try some movements from the second form, even though you guys are new at it. Let's do this. Horse stance offset, double block. Okay, now let's sink. Dragon. Okay, so let's get in a good stance. So when we practice our stance, leaning stance, leaning. So acceleration in the legs, boom. You quickly from horse to leaning. So the faster you go there, the slower your hands have to move. If you have to block fast, then you're going to go like that. But if you turn fast, then the hands can be slow, right? Because you get a blend of that, right? right? So what you do is you don't have to rush the hand if you're going to turn the body. So you can turn the body and then control the arms. So it's going to get there at the same time. A lot of times you rush your hands and then it's out of position, right? So let's go. Turn your body, circular. Don't leave the twist out like that. See it? It's turning, turn. So that's a dragon claw. Now have your middle, this index finger, the ring finger, vertical. Because if it's to the side, then you're like this. When you're like this, then your position will be vertical. When you turn it like this, where this is facing like that, then that's where that palm strike would be. So your hand positions actually will help determine how the strike will be. So when you go like this, you're here. Once, then you kind of grip that like that, create the paw. Now you have your position, and you have a position of strength. Okay, ready? Dragon. Hup. So it's the same dragon. Spread the fingers. I have gloves on, so I'm okay. I'll change my gloves. Dragon. Okay, like that. Okay, go. Yeah, see? Again. Go. Wow, you see that? So she turns fast and the hands are not overwhelming because the body controls the movement. Then the hands can be soft. When you intercept, you have absorption. It's not banging. So hard blocks actually not as effective as soft blocks. So the theory is called soft overcoming the hard. So the fast you turn, you just have to put the hand there and it's there, right? That's good. Okay, so that's that technique. So each one of these are units. One, right? Okay, now we're here, high. So how do we get the high block up so it goes up? Because we're turning here, and we can, if we don't rush the high block, we can keep the shoulder relaxed. When you rush the high block, your shoulder tenses first. Because when you rush the high block, your shoulder wants to lead it, and then you end up blocking by restricting your own movement. So you have to relax this shoulder joint, and you just turn. When you turn to here, and it's relaxed, this hand will come out like that. So you're like this, one. And then you drop your elbows. Dropping your elbows just means to relax your shoulders and turn. And then turn again. So everything we're doing is turning and twisting because we need to keep those joints from becoming tight. If you have tight joints, you can't maneuver. You become stiff. Right? Elbow down and drag it. Right? Now when you do the elbow down, drop it here before you turn. Don't drop it here because it's too late. And plus you haven't blended the movement to here. By turning, it becomes two different planes of motion that are separate. They should be connected. Because if something comes here, you have to blend it here. Don't come to here first. You've already missed what would have came here. So those are, that's kind of theoretical, but the thing is you understand the method, right? So, say, essentially the same distance, but if you want, you can reach with this one a little further, not reaching with this. Never reach with this one. Because once you start to reach, then you lose your range. But because we're dealing with this, that's all you have to go. If you go out further with this one, then you start to open up. When you're here, you don't, even if you expand, it starts to go there. So you still have, because this and this, if you reach, it could be like that. But the first line is both essentially the same plane. So, yeah. See, if you look at this, and you look at this, and you look at that, that's even, right? Even essentially, because if they weren't even, your hands would miss. They would miss. So they're even. So if I'm here and I'm here, This goes up, this goes across. They meet at the center line where the wrists cross. They essentially are about the same length. Now, because this is bent, if I turn more, it can expand a little bit more, but that's a function of your twist. This actually becomes a part of the rotation, additional rotation, but not going out. See? So that's sustaining the posture, so you just have to hold that. So these are little things that you might overlook when you're first learning a form, because form is sequence. That's pure memory. Body form and mechanics is another learning, because you have to teach your body how to do these things. If you don't teach your body becomes kind of confused, right? So what it doesn't know, it tries to do, but it doesn't happen because it's part of the learning. So that's why for young people, youth, if you learn how to coordinate your body, it actually will help you a lot doing a lot of other things. So, I call it, the physical side of learning, because on the physical side, you're still building your brain. And when you build your brain, you use the same apparatus to think. So it's really good for building sequential memory and those type of things, especially for kids. It's good for adults too, because we start to lose that as well. It's like you build, and then and then how do you keep it going, right? We know that, right? It's called age-related degeneration. Okay, let's go here. Hup. Then we're here. Then we're here. Okay, now we have this step from 5 stances, but we don't do this. We do this. Okay, so one thing has to happen. When you do this and we turn and we take a step, we have to sink and turn. Why? Because you're avoiding. If I'm here and something's coming toward me, I have to avoid, but I'm not stable here. And then I want to go back that way, so I have to do this. Turn. I have to sink and twist my waist this way so that when I spin, I'm ready to come back in the same direction. So what you're doing is you're avoiding and coming back and then going back in the same. So it's kind of a deceptive movement. You're avoiding and then moving back. So that's one of the things that would be like a trick move. You're falling away, but you're turning back. So that's like in a drunken fist, you're falling away. So it's a feint, a fake. I move this way, and I turn back this way. So that's kind of deceiving. A lot of times people go like this, then they do the back fist. And because that back fist is so difficult to control, they don't allow that movement when you do freestyling, because a lot of people get knocked out or they get hit in the face uncontrolled and you get broken noses. So because when you just go like this, that's very hard to see because it just is unwinding. So that just gives you an idea. All right, deep breathing. Inhale. So those are the kind of things that we have to bring into form. But then we need to build some conditioning and agility. So, Bonnie, you want to take over, do some sparring drills? We can slow it down a little bit because these are techniques. We usually do it Friday nights, but we don't have Friday night class anymore. So you get to do it 2 to 3 times a week, at least twice. So you want to run? We use this drill, this punch, and then we combine. And all these movements are really movements from the form, but yet they look different. Okay, ready? Yeah. So pump. You pump your hands. It's like a jab. Yeah, right? Because we're on our feet. Boom, 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 boom. It looks. So get one foot in front of the other. You always have like a lead foot. Right? You have a lead foot and you're punching. Boom, boom, boom. What keeps the hands from moving fast is conflict. You have to get your hands going. Strike out. Don't pull back. Let it come back by itself. it moves with it too. It can move. So what you're training yourself to be responsive. Because when you're out like this, if you pause, then the next thing is to sink, right? To sink your elbow. You sink your elbow as you're retreating. Yeah, so that just keeps this side active, but it's kind of a relationship. So you have to coordinate your body. So this is, you say, well, how come you're not twisting? How come you're not twisting? I thought twisting is where the power comes from. This power comes from the legs. It's like, it comes from your body. Because you're still doing that. It's coming from here. So the body is still creating a force, but it's coming from the legs. Right? So the leg movement is creating the pump. You know, when you just so you can just try that. And try to get your legs. See, when we do this in the beginning, we go into position. Then when we do this, it gives us a front lead. See, once you have this movement, you know what, you're going to be moving like this. Because when you move, boom, that's what you're doing. Your footwork has to go hand in hand. When you move, it's a sliding step in a coordination. So, that's it. Once you have your hands and you don't have to think about it, then the legs will come in. Once you have your legs and they don't have to think about it, then the hands and legs will work. So we talked about earlier, if your body's confused, it doesn't know whether the hand should go or the leg should go. You don't have to breathe with every movement. Because then you'll be like... So just relax. If you want, you can unmask for a second while you're in position so you get some real air. Oh, you didn't see my mustache. Okay. Okay. Ready? You can do sinking the elbow. You know what sinking the elbow is? That means drop. Because that's your first line. That's protect your covering. When something comes to your belly, what do? You go like this. You go like this. Right? But don't. So what? You don't go like this. If you're gonna go like this, bend your knees. Okay, you know what? I think we need to work our knees a little bit like this. Let's stand like this. So we're like this. Let's go like this. You see my knees? You see my knees? You see my knees? So what you have to do is you have to relax your hips, your ankles, and your knees. You relax the hips, ankles, and the knees so you can sink into the stance. Think of your knees as springs. You have to squat down in them. And once you load up your legs, you spring up. So that's why your knees have to relax. So you get action in the legs, right? See, like this. So if you, remember the punches in front of your nose, right? And where's your center line right now? Center line is here. So you're going to look here. See my hand? It goes right through the center. Do you know when we do this? So this is this. So we're on the center line. Yeah. So you're here. See? You're like this. Sink, and control your center. Where the hands go. They have to go right to your center. Okay, but the head has to be straight, because if you go like that, your nose is slanted. Right? What's that? Oh, okay, stretch. Okay, so find your center. This is your triangle. Go like that. 1, 2, 3. Now turn. So it actually involves your back a little bit, but not too physical. So I always say not too physical, because when you start to get physical, then you start to tighten. You don't want to tighten before you learn it. You can go on the same side, and you see your center line, right? It's right there. You see what mine is doing? When I throw a punch, he blocks. That's his block. And this comes back up here, right? You see what happens? When I throw a punch, he blocks, and it's going to come straight up to here. Okay, but what do? He comes straight up to here. I go like this, right? So you see this? I punch, he punches. I deflect. Because I'm turning away, I redirect the force, and it goes beyond. So what happens if I throw a punch, he blocks, then I redirect it, he walks into the punch. But then if he turns and defends, he would do that, and then I would do this. See? So that's really just an exchange between this. So this is your framework for this, or this. That's your framework, the dragon, the middle, the center gate. Those are all part of this. So it's really essential as a basic fundamental to get that center line and get that triangle. Woody, you know what a triangle is? What's a triangle? It's three points, right? Okay, so if I put your fingertips together, then here's 1, 2, 3. There's your triangle, right? Then if I go 1, 2, 3, there's your triangle. 1, 2, 3. So you have lots of triangles. If I extend it like this, there's a triangle. So that would be where you would punch. See? So it's so simple to find it, but you have to understand it as a theory, a concept, and then you can work your movements better. So all we're doing is blocking here, boom, right? We switch, sink, boom, sink, sink. So that's, you learn this day one as a drill, but yet when we put it into this other format, it seems different, right? So it's good to know, because your first line of learning some basic movements is, what's the use of it? What's the purpose? So it's, as a basic thing, you at least understand that basic block. Now, if I go like this, that's really the same framework. It's called like any type of structure has a framework. So we call that the framework. Okay, so yeah. So the thing is, it's just coordinating the lower part of your body. We're not used to controlling it, so we get a lot of these distorted positions that we have to kind of fix. Straight, yeah, right in center. There's one there, and there's one. Hit the same spot. Hit the same spot. Boom. Andy, you can stand in here somewhere or over the other side, either way, yeah. can come this way a little if you wanna, so you don't. Yeah, yeah. So this is just like. So that's. We do it like this mainly because if you're sparring, you have gloves on. But a lot of times the movement is just open. Yeah. Yeah, this right. Yeah, that's your left. Yeah. So, so it's just like in Kung Kung when you do the side step. Dragon. Yeah. This. So then you wind it together like the stick. You see this? Okay. So you come out and then in. Yeah. If we look in the mirror over here, right? 1, 2, 3. So in actuality, when the hand is here and something comes here, the hand is doing this. Because the bridges your form, the hands actually are not doing anything. So, okay, good. You want to do a few kicking ones, or you want to, huh? Oh, yeah, a hook, yeah. So we're going to do the hook. The hook is something that, we have the uppercuts that you see in the first form. This hook doesn't show up to the fifth form, really. And you actually have one in the third form, which is a hook. So that's a circular movement. So the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, so why would you do a hook? Well, if there's something blocking the 2 points, you have to go around, right? So if this is a straight punch, right, then this is the shortest distance. But if I can't go in there with that because this is here, then I have to go this way. So that's what the hook is for. So the hook is to come around. Just like this is the straight punch, well, why come up like this? Because it's a different direction. It's harder to perceive. So if you come up like this and they look at that, then the punch turns to a straight punch. It comes to a straight punch, then you go here, it turns to a back fist, then it comes to a punch. So any one of your movements can revert to another technique that stems off of a place that you already know. Right? So, all right, good. You want to just do a few more? Hook, yeah. The parallel. The parallel. Yeah. So yeah, 97 point. That's good. That evaporates. It's just alcohol. Yeah, but no, it's for the look. Because everybody said, hey, he didn't. Relax the knees, Andy. You were at Hancock Place the other day, huh? You went to CVS? Yeah. I heard you broke everything in the store. Caitlin's place is right there next door. Did you see it? Optica, right next to the JP Licks. So a hook is like a round kick, but it's in the arms. It's around. So what do we have to do and do a round kick? We have to bring our knee to the outside, right? So if we bring a hook to the outside, then we have to bring the elbow to the horizontal. Bring it to the side, right? One thing you don't want to do when you throw a hook is to let the elbow, like the shoulder, go up at the end of the move. You want the shoulder to stay relaxed. like that. Right? Then you got to hook, just come around. Don't hook and go boing, kind of keep it out there. So between here and there, it's like, when you do the salute and we go like this, and you lift it up a little higher, that's where the hook is. So you hear. So everybody know where the upper hoop is, right? Upper hoop. Make your fists. In Tai Chi we call 2 punches to the ear. 2 punches to the ear. 2 of them together. But when we hook, we actually do 1 at a time. So 2 punches to the ear is that. 2 punches at the same time. 1 punch at a time is beat the tiger. Beat the tiger. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Don't let the shoulder. This is we lose our place here. Keep it like this. That's it. So in the third form, we have the hook and the back fist, right? So we go like this. There's your left back fist. There's your back fist. There's your back fist, right? We have a hook like this in the third form. We don't do a back fist, but we end up like this. But this is actually a back fist. We have it on this side. So a lot of times when we learn the third form, that back fist on the left side is hard to do because we're not used to dropping the elbow on the left side. So with this same exercise, you go like this. But when you do this, when I hook, you notice I keep this hand here because no one really wants, you don't want to do it like this because you have to, once you go like this, total exposure, so you need to have something here to protect your body. So that this is here, it can go back and here to protect. This comes around, then you back fist. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you can see how those movements kind of blend together. If I went like this and I went like this, now you have that as a continuation of your movement, right? 1, 2, 3. You just learned that move, right? So I go 1, 2, 3, now you have 3 movements. That's a combination. That's a combination of 3 movements. Right. Right. So just drop your elbow. Sink your elbow. Sink your elbow. So a back fist is downward. A hook is across. A punch is straight forward. So that's directions. We've got to keep those directions, tracking those directions. That's one of the, John, you want to get your temperature or are you good? Okay, I'll do it. Okay, 97.1. Okay, how we doing? So we learn all these techniques in the forms, but when we take them out of the form, it seems like it's something different, but it's not really, it's the same thing. So when we do these forms long enough, they become ingrained in your body. You know a hook, you know a back fist, you know a straight punch, right? So those really is something that happens over time. So you can see, if you build off of these movements, because we're creatures of habit. The more you do something, the better you get at it. But because we're creatures of habit, the more you do it, the more ingrained it comes in your system and you start to become familiar with it. Because every time you learn something different, you get confused. But the thing is, it's not so different. It just looks different. So that's where the confusion is. So the more you do some of these drills that we're doing, the more familiar your forms will improve. Because if you're in the third form and you're doing this, you know your hook is here. Then your hand, and this hand is here. Now when I do this, that's a counterbalance on that movement. So when I go like this, that's not so different. because we know this already, right? We know this from here, we know this from here, and we know this. So it's just a blend of those actions. And then when you elbow, now you have to sink. And you have to sink because it's downward. The opposite of down is up. So you have both directions of the movement. Right, there's your uppercut. Now, because we're here, this looks different from this. So if I hook like this, back fist like this, and turn like this, now you see full form with stances. So you develop that the hook in the horse. Typically, you wouldn't be in a leaning stance, but sometimes it happens. You're like this, but more in the square position, or here. This creates the hook, and then I create the back fist and create the punch. So that's where the full stance comes in. When we're doing these drills, we're like in a partial stance, which is more, because we have 3 levels of stance. You have this is the on guard position, then you have your deeper stance, and then you have the deeper stance. All for training, like lower is for strengthening the legs, but not very mobile. In between is the average, and the in-between stance here is the most agile. So that's, why we use those 3 stances. So they all have different purposes. Want to do a few more? Yeah. So uppercuts, yeah. So that's just like in the first form. She said, never saw that punch before. Yeah. Now, when you learn this in the first form, you say, wow, that's pretty good technique. But then it shows up in the 10 images form. By the time you get your black belt and you're doing the 10 images form, you have this punch in it too. You have an uppercut, and you have that punch. In fact, you step back and then step forward. So you have those movements. So when you do this, pull back a little and turn it. So you uppercut, pull back with the wind up, and then go over the top. So everything is driven from the body. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so that's what it is the counter rotation in the waist. So when you see that, that's it. So that happens. So it's not so good on the left because you learned it on the right side in the form. So that because you have it here, right, in the first form. But the second form, you haven't done it. So you see it's, right. So this side you're turning, right? This side you have to turn again and then turn. So your body will start to balance out. So you see, you recognize that from the first form? That's uppercut and punch. Make your uppercut a little fuller, like from me. So you have an arc, arc, arc. That's it. Let it go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, good. Okay, good. We shake it out. So let's do a couple of salutes to make sure we have that ready. So we're here. Okay, here's your middle block. Sink. Step. Step. Twist the waist. Boom. 1, 2, and close. Okay, try it again. 1. We're going to sink. Step. So here's a bit of turning of the waist. Maybe when you first learned it, it was kind of straight. So here you want to come to center, bend, turn, step. When you turn, you're wound up, unwind it, go back to center, and close. Okay? So this and this, even though this happens only on the left when we do the salute, you should practice both so you get familiar with, because your back and your body doesn't really understand twisting the opposite way because it gets, it's trained to do that. So you have to kind of do it a little bit on your own because it shows up more, right? Right. So there's a difference actually. Sometimes when we first do this, we say, well, this is the bridge, goes to the side, it's the bridge you push. So it happens in the fifth form and some of the others, but in this case, when we do this one, it's the index finger is bent. So it's more like a paw or a claw. Okay. So that's one position, but Chun Kyo is this specific one with the index finger up. Okay. And when the index finger is straight, the other 3 digits are folded from the second knuckle. Is 1, 2, 3, the second knuckle. Don't fold it from the third one. Okay. That's when the ET or the registered motor vehicle says you. So it's this. That's the Hung Gav. Because this is what we're using to grab. You're building strength because when you grab, you don't have the same strength when you fold it like that. It's in here. Okay. All right, we're going to bow. Ready? Together? And ready? Hup. 1, 2, 3. Salute. And see you next time. Okay. We got class starts in 10 minutes. Okay, you see ya. Good.